Okay, guys. I think this is going to be episode number 72. So, we got a long way to go, catching a plane. Turns out I don't know how to find MST as well as I thought I did. I had to use route guidance. Never imagined my phone would be telling me how to get to the airport. But when I got there, I realized that I had booked my tickets to leave from RST, an hour and a half away, and no way to get there in time. So this two very nice gentlemen helped me get my tickets reset, and get this, last minute changes saved me over $100. Better to be lucky than good. Welcome to Harrisburg, where one can get, for unfathomable reasons, fatally shot in a dance club, and one can get a months-long hospital-stay beating on the streets for just being white. Okay, supposedly I got a car with Hertz. Let's hope this isn't too painful. Okay. Hertz fixed me right up. There we go. Seems like the challenges of this day just never seem to end. Okay, gotta try and get a hotel. Hope it's not too late. Okay. Yeah, we got a hotel room. This one's my favorite in the whole complex. Oh, I am so tired. You might say, well, just Minnesota to Harrisburg, give or take. Why should you be so tired, John? That's not much for you. Well, I worked the whole night shift and went to a Thanksgiving dinner, and I did something else I can't remember, and got on planes and wrestled with connections, and oh my goodness. But anyway, those of you familiar with my work, a lot of work for Cyberpunk Armageddon was done here. Yeah, I think right at this sort of desk. Good night, everybody. Okay. Two amusing anecdotes. One, when the landlord left the room, what do you call it? Hotel keeper? I don't know. When he left the room, he turned on the heater, but he left it on, air conditioning and cold. And I was so tired, I just conked out, and I woke up appreciably hypothermic. So that was interesting. I got it on heat, and much, much, much better. The other interesting anecdote is that this guy, when he went into this business, had a choice of either Duncannon or Mankato, Minnesota. Now, what makes this so amazing is that Mankato is one town over from the one I came from yesterday. Small world. Okay, now I guess it's past time I tell you what this episode's about. Hey, did you know that Space 1999 was the show that invented the cold opening? For real. Anyway, I got to get my property off of the property. My father passed away. My brother passed away. There's no one left there to protect it, basically. And Mother Dearest and Jeff kind of have this mind. I can't say this on the channel. Okay, well, I was going to film it in live time, but I thought that might not be a good idea. Let's go see what's what. Okay, the RE5 is here. Okay, Della, the Impreza, is here. The Mazda drivetrain for the 69 Opel is here. Okay. Looks like the Opels are still here. Looks like Jeff is not going to be in the custody of the state troopers this evening. At least not for this. One of the few nice things, the very few nice things about Pennsylvania, they feed you. Okay. Here we are behind the wheel of my Cordoba. Love visiting my Cordoba. Yep. We got a cup here from the Burger King at Tully, New York. It's been in here since 1995. Yeah, I just seem to be too tired to get everything done, so we're going to have another day. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. Oh yeah, and it turns out that my Cordoba is the home of at least one brown recluse spider. That's a really weird style of home repair. Wow. Hey, if it works, is it really such a bad idea? Ah, memories. Back in the day, this chain broke. This block came down and almost smashed my toes. I think that was 1985. Okay, correction. It was this chain that broke and almost squashed my toes. Okay. Drivetrains are clear. I actually took better lit filming of these yesterday, but it didn't come out for some reason. Okay, now get the stuff we've taken out back to the undisclosed location. Oh, this just gets better and better. I don't have the key to the storage unit that I have to move these Opel parts into and the 57 Chevy out of. I think I gave them to my younger brother with the understanding that he'd give them to me in the future, and then he died. Okay, here's the task. We got to clear all that. And that. Here's the task. Here's the tools. Thought you guys would like this one. Took me totally by surprise. There's a surprise. Intact glass. Okay, 2 hours in. Made a lot more progress than I had expected. And I'm a great deal more tired than I'd expected. Trade, I guess. Okay, this one was really weird. I'm trying to move this log. It's huge. It broke, but it wouldn't come apart, and I couldn't figure out why. There are metallic wires in it. I think what this was is there used to be a yard light in our backyard, and it was killed by gypsy moths, and a tree came down. I think this is that tree. Yeah. Just how long would it take for the wires to grow into the wood like that? Oh, bugger, all the gas caps gone. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to get those gas caps? More evidence as this was that light. Just found a resistor. I think this is the remains of an ancient porch swing from years ago. Wonder what happened to it. Okay, looks like about 3.5 hours into it, and there doesn't seem to be anything more to do. Looks like these guys are ready to get out of here. Oh, wish me Providence tomorrow. Oh, and remember this oil from a previous episode? The one I schlepped all the way from Minnesota? Well, I can't really say, what happened, but somehow the fire started burning a lot harder. Yeah. Would you look at that? All done with a handsaw. Huh. Fire got so hot, started spontaneously combusting both leaves and bark feet from the fire. Still couldn't tell you what happened to that oil. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera, but those blue flames trickling over the log are pretty cool. Here's an interesting effect. Just something about the local pizza shop in one's hometown, eh? This is so sad. My dad absolutely adored that tractor. Left out here with a price tag. But it's kind of interesting. Here at the motel I'm at, I keep calling it a hotel, one can see the forest through the vent fan. That was interesting. Yep, this is really happening. For all these years. Oh, this guy really knows what he's doing. This one is a lot easier. It rolls.
Run it straight towards the middle.
This guy really knows what he's doing. Looks like it's a tandem effort for this one. Yeah, it was pretty exciting when they put the bike on. We just pushed onto the back, and then I held the brake, and they lifted me up with a truck. That was pretty exciting. Sorry I couldn't film that. I better quit filming here before I get a copyright violation. The song playing in the background. John Severity gives life advice, but you know, whenever you're dealing with really provincial people, we'll say, and equipment and whatnot, just get out of the way and let them do what they love to do. tipped and spilled oil all over his bed. I feel bad about that. I didn't know they still had oil in them. I swear this guy could thread a needle with this machine. Looks like Jeff did pull this thing with the tractor. Pulling a Subaru like that? Well, we'll see. Weird bit of trivia. The guy who helped me put that towing hitch back on there, at one point was passing a bottle back and forth in the back of the van with John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd during the filming of the Blues Brothers. Wicked nice guy. Yeah, missed it, had some excitement. One of those little towing things snapped off and flew about 2 feet by me and into the leaves. Yeah, I said oofta. I had to wait till we were private property before I could film this. Not exactly legal, but it seems so weird to me to have Della with the old cyberpunk tag on there moving down the road in front of me backwards. Maybe that's just me. Okay. Some more excitement. The box started to move. He's getting yep, more excitement. Slips right into the back. Oh, I figured out. Those aren't wheel chocks. It's so it'll slide. Did I mention this guy knows what he's doing?
Come on, push!
Ouch. Yeah, I am truly impressed. I keep thinking, what if I were in charge of this operation, operating this rig? The results are a little frightening, actually. And down. Godzilla sighting. And bum, 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 ba, da, 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 bum, bum. Here's a surprise. I'm sunburned. Actually, more than this picture's showing. Okay, this video's already getting long, but these little green patches here, well, at least that one anyway, those are remains of over a mile long box huckleberry colony, which at one point was considered the largest life form on Earth. Yeah, and there's a little bit over there too. Yep. If you go to the TA History website, my photography is featured. Imagine that. Okay. More box huckleberryage. Yep. Sitting in anonymity among car exhaust. Once considered the world's oldest thing, got severely butchered by the construction of this new bit of 22-322. In my mind, one of the greatest echo crimes in human history. Okay, 3:33, and it looks like we're on the fourth day. Looks like we're almost done. Yeah, the 57 Chevy's kind of exposed. I can't find the keys. Don't think they're in it. We'll just hope for the best. I put these tarps on the Opals. Inside of 15 minutes, this one was blowing off. Great. Inside of 15 minutes, the other one's blowing off. Makes no sense. Get back to you on this one. And by the time I walk back to this one corner is already blown off. This is insane. Within seconds of me tying this one down, it already came loose. Let's see if it blows the gravel off in like 8 ties for every hole. Look, and by the time I get back here, this has already blown loose. This is insane. I just tied this down. This is insane. Okay, let's try that again. Every knot on there is tied 18 times, and there's probably about 10 pounds of gravel stacked on the roof. Every knot on here is tied 18 times, and there's probably 25 pounds of gravel on the roof. And that only stayed put long enough for me to film this. finally, over here is Della, the Impreza. We'd meant to put the Chevy over here so it had a little more cover, but we had to end up putting it in the most difficult space to manage because it was the only one that rolled. Anyway, guys, let's get down to the bottom and fix up that other bit. Okay, looks like in the fury of getting these tarps on top, I didn't make a point I meant to make. One, that does protect them from the weather, but two, it also hides the fact that they don't have tags. The Chevy and the Impreza, well, maybe expired, maybe not, I don't know. They at least have tags on them. And if you ever wondered what a millionaire's yard looked like, and you thought, well, that's it, well, then you'd be right. Okay, I can't take these two on a plane, so I'm just leaving this one here. Who knows when I'll need it. This one, however, I'm taking with me. Well, why? Because I need something to light my cigars in Lowell. I guess this is it, guys. I've been planning this thing for months, at least. Been working like a lumberjack on steroids for 4 days. It's finally done. It's all put away. Everything's done. I can go now. I remember up in Alaska one time, I got all my stuff put away in a storage shelter, which I paid for by the sweat of my brow. And I rode my bike there, and might have been endorphins from running my bike something like 15 miles. Yeah, by the way, that bike you see on the channel every once in a while, I bought that for like $25, like next town over, and I put over less than $10 in parts on it, and over 1,500 miles on it in New York, over 5,000 in Alaska, and who knows what other states. But anyway, and that was a moment, and I think right now is a moment as well. My cars are finally safe. Okay, guys, this ends the automobile section. The rest is just travel. Some of you tell me that, actually more than a few, tell me that you like the travel part, so, well, hang on then. Otherwise, the car part is done. Okay, so, turns out this thing is a 2021 Sentra, and for the first time in my life, I actually had to pull the owner's manual in order to figure out how to open the fuel door. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so I'm here at, Rutter's. And you guys know I don't get any money for anything. So if I talk about a product, that's because I like it. If I talk about it and I say it's awful, it's because I hate it. You know, I don't really hold back on that on a whole bunch. Anyway, they have this really cool menu here where you can like make your own burger. And my brother was telling me he's going to try every option before he met the end of his days. Pretty fair to say he didn't make it. But anyway, it's really cool. So, and they're dirt cheap too. I can't believe how cheap the food here is in Pennsylvania. But anyway, yeah, they feed you. But so, what's the deal here? Okay, for past 4 days, I've been pushing it just as hard as it'll go, physically, emotionally, and mentally. So what am I going to do? I'm going to get behind the wheel of a strange car I haven't even borrowed to check the oil and drive 700 or 750 miles. What's being young for? Boy, I hope that one comes out. That is one pretty view to the human eye. That's so cool. We're actually trying again. There's a crescent moon, and I think that's Jupiter in opposition, so he's really bright now. Wow. Okay, here's a route worth knowing. Take Pennsylvania on West 22322, just after cross what used to be called the Clarks Ferry Bridge. Bit of trivia. I actually played at the well, we at that point actually played at the groundbreaking ceremony for that one, along with the Sweet Adelines. So go to the bottom of the hill, take a left. I'm almost positive this is 325. Go through the following intersection and follow this very windy road. Rhinos, 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 rhinos. Very cool view. I doubt this one's going to come out. There's a gap in the mountains there with like lights at the bottom. Looks like gems. Okay, so when 325 T-bones into 225, take a right. Okay, not so very far down the road. One turns left onto 325. False alarm, thought that was Popo. Anyway, then you get basically just follow 325 the whole way, and this is an amazing road. It really is, because you go through here, it's completely flat. It bypasses all of that mess with 22, 322, 81, up to like mile 100, give or take. And it's carved out by a glacier. Lori, if you're listening, this is the road I pointed out on your office all those years ago. Okay. We are either still in or just were in. I'm not going to try and pronounce it, but it's Muir, which is the birthplace of Les Brown. Of Les Brown and his Band of Renown fame. Right near Tower City, which you or I would say Tower City. Okay, this place is virtually impossible to find. I'm not going to even attempt to give directions. This is Laurel Run, the birthplace of the 1915 or 1925 Red Ash Mine Fire. Oh, that's right. It was thought out. It started in 1915. It was thought out in 1925 and started burning up again. I thought these vents would be, visibly outgassing like mad because it's cold, but apparently you need humidity too. Wasted trip. Sorry, guys. Oh, wow. Is this view pretty, though? That's Wilkes-Barre down there. Oh, my goodness, is that view pretty. Hope it comes out okay. Huh. The right to remain silent. Okay, guys, this is a weird one. This rest area, in fact, I think this parking spot was the last time I ever talked to my father. I either called him or he called me. His last words to me were, tell me what the plan is, and then driving through Connecticut, I'm still in upstate New York, I got the news that he had passed away. So like I said, this is a weird one. Okay. Whatever that is, it's pretty. Connecticut. I got nothing. Huh. And neither do they. Okay. Lesson learned, or hopefully learned. If you're trying to see the view, it's got to be daylight. Okay, we're going to consider on the Merritt Parkway until it hits a major highway. We've never done that before. Well, at least not while we're driving. We might find the gas station this way. If this is enigmatic to you watching this, I have a link that's not up at the moment about the view. I've been searching for it for over 30 years. Strange obsession. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Things have just gotten interesting. My credit card was declined. I'm out of cash. I paid a tow truck driver $400 in cash today. Yeah. I got like $1 bill and a handful of change. And what's in the tank? Yeah, this has just gotten interesting. And when I do on my map search, it can't even find Albany. So Maps is down or messed up. So, yeah, this has just become interesting. Okay. I don't know what town this is. I mean, Connecticut is like a maze once you get off the main road. I don't mean amazing. I mean a maze. Really nice black fella here worked behind the counter. So understanding. Took all the change in cash and gave me $682. That's 2 gallons. That's over 80 miles. That should be enough to get to an hour north of Albany. Thank you, Lord. Okay. Welcome back to New York. You have the right to remain silent.
They're not doing it no more.
Blue Rhino. Pennsylvania. Cook food with coal. Oh, wow. That was a lot worse than I expected. That's 3 Mile Island. My dad worked there for years. Hired after the accident, thank you very much. Guess this is the return. I've never understood these. I guess I just stop here or something and that's it. Oh, a Guinness and a Sam Adams mug in South Central Pennsylvania. Except for South Central Pennsylvania part, life doesn't get much better than this. Actually tempted. This one's a new one on me. Apparently they overloaded the plane with fuel because of the length of the flight, and we had to sit here and idle for 15 to 20 minutes and burn enough fuel to be able to take off. Like I said, that's a new one on me. Just think, Rocky's running up the steps somewhere down there. right there. Hair Cougar is still there. Searching for it on a very cold parking garage. Ah, the relief. Okay, come on, old feller. Thought about pouring some dry gas in the car, but he's thinking about it. Oh, but only thinking about it. Okay. Poured some dry gas down the app. I don't know if that was a good idea or not. Let's find out. You know what? I may have set the burglar alarm and forgot. Okay, nope, the ignition's exactly right. Oh boy. Trouble is there's not enough gas in the carb. It's coming in with cranking, but are we gonna wear the battery out before we get some gas in there? I meant to refill the gas, I didn't. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Okay, had just a smidgen of gas less from the can. Let's see. Come on. This is bad. This is really bad. I'm gonna check. Okay, it's got oil. Oh, it's got gas, it's got dry gas, the ignition's right. This thing should be just firing right off. Holding it to the floor, it's not even trying. I'm gonna swear on camera. Gonna kill the battery. I don't know what to do. I'm screwed. I'm 100 miles from home. I don't know what to do. I am screwed. I could use his help right now. Okay. So I just pulled into my driveway. Part of me can't believe it. To describe this episode as a GN is probably a job for Captain Understatement. Anyway, so Hair Cougar would not start. So we called Mark's Towing, and Hair Cougar didn't want to get going. He chewed through those jump packs of his like nobody's business. That Cleveland just sucked up the juice. Anyway, so we started pouring fuel into the carburetor, and he barked right off. If I had put fuel in the gas can and poured it in with the little pour can that I have, I think might be in Bratwurst right now because I was trying to get her going. Anyway, I could have avoided all this. So $55 to get it going. Money well spent. 200 or 340 bucks to get Hair Cougar out of Hawk. That seems like a lot of money, but hey, he was still there and all the glass was still there. Okay, so summarize, John. Funniest part of this trip. Okay, I think I mentioned Rudders at one point. Rudders has this slogan, why go anywhere else? And they put this slogan up everywhere. Yeah, no problem. Except that, and I almost filmed this, they put this on little plastic screens at the bottom of urinals. Just think about that for a little bit. Now, the amazing part of this trip, there were many amazing parts, but the really amazing part was my card spontaneously quit working in rural Connecticut. Excuse me. Dry air. Anyway, and so all I had was what the fuels in the tank, which I think was like an eighth or to a quarter, and $6.52 or $8.52 or $8.41, something like that. And then I drove to where I got help. And by the time I was, within 5 miles of where I was going, the car didn't even try and keep track of the number of miles left. It just had 3 bars. So it was almost empty. If I would have taken one wrong turn in Connecticut, or there would have been even one more exit, I wouldn't have made it. And it was so cold, I don't know if I could have even survived, But the strange thing was, I never got worked up about it, never worried about it, I just knew that I was doing the best I could and things would turn out all right. My spiritual gift is faith. When Pastor Steve went through the 18 spiritual gifts, I had to wait to 18 to find mine. Mine's faith. And, okay, yeah, there was one more. Oh, yeah, well, this is just interesting. There was this view that I saw when I was in high school. We were at a football game. It was off of 283. And I remember searching for it in high school, meaning to find the view anywhere. On the drive into the airport, I think I found it. It's just a ridge of trees, but, wooded trees in an urban area, kind of at a place. But the sun was shining off of them, and I meant to hunt them down. And, well, I guess I did today. Okay, we got everything done. Everything. Everything was done to satisfaction. And like I said, Aegean is probably too light a term for this episode, but everything got done. Okay, I guess that's going to be it, everybody. Someone put me on the work schedule, so I got to go. Keep doing the dishes.